Well, hello. I think I am live. I know it's late. It's 1 a.m. here on the East Coast. I shouldn't say East Coast, it's here in Ontario. And I am wide awake. I'm not going to bed anytime soon. My midnight is like 6 o'clock for everyone else. I work generally till midnights. I'm either 6 to midnight or 8 to midnight, except Sundays, which is more midday, but Sundays is a bit of a different story. But I should have actually hooked this up better. You're going to see my screen for a minute because that's the way it works. And I should have hooked up my monitor. You really need two monitors to stream properly. And I should have done this. Should have thought this through. Maybe I can do it with the iPad over here at the side instead. Didn't have all this planned out properly ahead of time. This was sort of impromptu. I was up and I felt like drawing, and I wanted to make a couple of announcements. And I thought I'm just going to do this live because why the hell not? So here I am. And here we go. Where the hell is my YouTube? There we go. Setting up the iPad. So, hey, Chris, how you doing, man? I'm just setting up here. I'm just doing something, but you're welcome to hop in and join me here if you're working on something and you wanna hop on. Let me just I'm just trying to do something here and my iPad is not cooperating. I am live, right? You see, you get the invite. I'm gonna put it right in the stream here for you. It's so silly. It's just my Did I hit the studio? That's it's just my my YouTube, and I was kind of figuring out what the hell was going on. Yeah, there we go. And there, I can kind of see a little better there. All right, I am alive. Fantastic. It's always good to be alive. And if you want to hop in, let me know. You're going to see this infinity thing here for just a minute because I should have set this up with a second monitor. Once I start in the proper studio again, I can set all this up better. I'll have to like get a cheap second monitor because all I have is my dad's old Toshiba TV set that's like 12 years old. And it works. It's fine. But it's... Oh, are you? All right. All right. Well, thanks for popping in. I was kind of hoping maybe you might come in and chat, but if you're tired, I certainly understand. I was just saying I'm like wide awake. I'm going to be up for a couple hours drawing at least, just because I'm not going to bed anytime soon. So, but all right, maybe next time, maybe tomorrow. I've got a bunch of things to do tomorrow, so maybe tomorrow evening, I'll probably try and do this again. So I'll be on a little bit earlier so people can join in. But yeah, such it is. But have a good night, though. We will talk to you soon. Boy, I'm watching this on my iPad and the delay is something else. Yeah, I did a YouTube short. I've got some plans for Halloween. So that's kind of the announcement is I'm going to be doing a big stream on Halloween. I'm doing like at least a 6-hour stream that night. Going to have a big thing set up, costumes and props and whatnot. So I'm working on it. So it's a work in progress. But all right, have a good night, Chris. We'll talk to you soon. Have a good night. Sleep tight and don't let the bed bugs bite. Now what am I opening up? What do I open up? This is my weird. I sort of want to open something up, but I don't want to kind of open the files up in here. Maybe what I can do is just switch to this. Does that still show up if I'm sharing the monitor? No, it doesn't. Okay, that's good. Do this, and I don't think it's sharing the monitor. Okay. Jelly beans. Tonight. I don't normally eat jelly beans. I try not to have. Usually try not to have too much sugary that often. Just because I'm trying to preserve my teeth for as long as possible. But I had this bag of them, and I really like the black jelly beans. As I talk with my mouth full. I like them. It's kind of one of the few things I do eat. And I'm just trying to actually sort something out. I switched to this screen view because I want to open up a couple of my files, and I don't exactly want to broadcast my folders and files to the world. So I'm doing this until I open up what I want to work on. And actually, I had told another friend of mine on Skype that I might be on, and I forgot all about that. I'm going to check really quick here, see if he actually did. Nope, he did not go on tonight by the looks of it. Okay, just as well. Talk to Dan the Man another night. So while I'm doing this, I did a YouTube short earlier this evening, and it's hard to really make a full YouTube video because you can see, Jesus, I left clothes thrown over that. That looks horrible. Okay, don't look. Don't look at that. That's a mess. This office is going to start coming apart really soon because all of this is going to be moving upstairs. To give a little quick overview, and I don't want to get into too much. If you want to know what's going on and you really want to be nosy about what's going on here, is I moved into this building in 2016, and it's an older building. It's really nice. It's mainly only 2-bedroom units in it. It's 4 floors, and the bottom floor, this one here, is sort of half submerged underground. And across the hall, well, there's the laundry room out there, and then across the hall, there's a 2-bedroom unit. And then it's there's 6 more above that. So there's 6 2-bedroom units. This here, I think, was sort of supposed to be a bachelor, I think, but the washroom is outside. You've got to go out across the laundry room into a little side bathroom that is no longer of any use. It's going to be actually torn out pretty soon. And it's just through this. I have a closet right here, and it's just on the other side of the closet. And they're going to be tearing that out, and that's probably going to interfere with this office, unfortunately. Another little problem, as much as I really like this little studio office, is that um, it's getting the internet. I'm using pods, and I have to pay so much extra a month to use these pods to sort of throw the internet down to the basement. And it's through layers of concrete, a flight of stairs, and I have one that's actually in another neighbor's unit above me to help kind of, because it goes to one then to the other, is to kind of help extend the internet, and it works pretty good. It really does. It's just every once in a while at night it kind of craps out when it'll occasionally lose its strength. So that's a problem. Is I have a problem with the internet. The washroom's going to be torn out of there. I hear the neighbor upstairs sometimes. You can hear the laundry going sometimes. It's not terrible. This has actually overall been really good. I mean, there's a little sink over there, and I can't complain too much. It's done me really well. But to really, I think, be a little more productive, I need slightly more space. And I'm going to be taking my living room and reworking it all so that it's going to turn into a new studio. And it's a little bit bigger than this office. It's definitely bigger than this office. It's just I do have one roommate. So right now I have two roommates. It's a 2-bedroom place, and we sort of brought in an extra roommate to kind of help him out. He was only here part of the time because he was in London part of the time looking after his mother, but she had passed away. So he's here, and he's also brought in a cat. And unfortunately, you can't have in a 2-bedroom unit like this. It's privately owned. This is not a corporation. It's privately owned, but the rules are that you if you have a 2-bedroom place, you can only have 2 adults. You can have 2 adults, and I think a child under 18 at the most, but you can't have 3 adults. I've been here crashing down here. This is an air mattress over at the side with all this silly blanket on it, and it's been awkward. I've been crashing kind of in the living room or downstairs here, and I've done it because it saved a lot of money over the last couple of years, and it's because of that I've been able to kind of update my dental work and things like that put some money away into RSPs and savings and things like that. So it's helped me save a bit of money, but the reality is it's awkward. We're kind of on top of ourselves. The kitchen has too much stuff in it. There's always issues with like the bathroom, having to get in there, especially if I have to go to work. And he can't have the cat in here. Like the cat came in later. If he'd had the cat years ago, he probably could have kept it, but he didn't. He brought it in just last June. And then there was the issue with bed bugs, and you heard about all of that. That's been cleaned up. And but since then, the building owner / landlord has said you can't have 3 people. One of them has to go. So one of them is leaving, the one with the cat. Nice thing is I get a bedroom back. And I'm going to move my studio up into the living room. Told the other roommate there's not going to be a living room. It's going to be my studio. He's okay with that. This is still going to be of use. This is still mine down here, which is going to be great because this will be additional storage, and it can be kind of an extra workspace. I'm not going to do any kind of internet broadcast down here, but I've got a table down there that I can use for things like chopping paper, storing extra art supplies. Just for both of us, we can use this as storage. And sometimes when my other roommate just wants he wants to get out of his unit and he just needs a quiet place to work, we'll have the extra table that he can set up down here, and he can also work down here as well. So, yeah, I think one of the things that's kind of a shame is you can see here there's this cabinet. I have a great big cabinet that belonged to my mom and dad years ago, and we can't get that up the stairs. The only way we got it in here was it actually fit through this giant window I have at the side here, this monster window. You'll be able to, oh no, I should have this over here. This is a really big window. It's bigger than it looks on here. And we had to bring it in through the window. And I really, really, really wanted it upstairs. Like I really did. And it won't go up the stairs. I'd have to actually take it apart. The problem is it's been taken apart 3 times. With various moves. After my dad passed away, like I had to go to storage, and then went to one unit in London, then back into storage, then over here. So it's been taken apart and reassembled 3 times. And because of that, the joints are just starting to weaken. And I'm scared that if I take it apart one more time and try to make one more move with it, it's not going to survive it. So I'm thinking I'm going to have to leave it down here, but it'll be fine. It'll be something I can put things on, and I'll get a big new shelf unit upstairs. But I'm kind of sad by that because I like this old, I think we got it in like 79. My folks bought it, and I really like it. It's big. It can hold, it's deep. It's like over 15 inches deep, and it can hold a lot on it. And there's big cupboards in it. And I loved this thing for years, and it's just sad that I won't be able to take that upstairs. It just won't fit up the staircase. The roof is, the top is too narrow, and it won't go. So, but that'll all come, that just is going to be part of the new restructuring once I get things set up upstairs. I'm really excited about it. I've really got some plans for the new studio. I've got somebody painting it. My neighbor that lives directly above this unit right here, he paints for a living. And he said he'd do my unit. We're going to work out a bit of a deal on that. And it's going to be done very bright white because I don't like interfering colors. If it's going to be an art studio space, I like the walls white simply because if I have them different colors, the colors interfere with what I'm working with. If I'm working on something practical and I'm working with paints and traditional media, sometimes the light bouncing off the color on the walls can interfere a little bit with what your eyes are interpreting on your sheet of paper. So, if you're working with yellows and you've got blue paint, it might make your brain think that you're working with something slightly greenish as opposed to yellow. So it fools the eye a little bit, especially as I'm getting older now and my eyes are not what they used to be. So I find that bright white is the best. Daylight comes in and it brightens the room up. At night, I can put on a couple of lights and it just brightens the room up. I'm also going to have lights around the top because that's the thing that everybody does are those little LED lights. And I've got tube lights going around up here, but they're slowly burning out. So new lights will be going around in the studio upstairs. It'll be the new LED lights. These things on their own, this room right now is being lit just by the LED lights. I don't have the ceiling light on because it's a little more white. The ceiling light is slightly yellow, but this is all lit just by the LED lights, and they're slowly going out. There's patches that are burning out, and which kind of sucks. It's too bad, really. I got it cheap at a Value Village kind of thing. So, anyway, this has just been me yakking away, but that's what's happening. This everything you see here is going to be going. Most of what you see down here is going to be going upstairs. I'm going to have a really nice backdrop behind me, so it'll look like an actual studio and not crap. And I'm really kind of excited about that. It's going to take a little while. The roommate that is leaving, he has to leave on Saturday. There's going to be a lot of shifting around of furniture because I've got a lot of my own bedroom stuff that's in the living room, and that'll be moved to the bedroom. And then once that's emptied out, I get my neighbor Previs to come in, and he's going to repaint the living room white. Right now it's kind of an off yellowy brown color that I don't like, but we're going to do a bright white. And then I can start moving this up. And I want to buy new shelves, maybe a big cube shelf. I'm going to put some movie posters to put up on the wall and some art posters. We'll set up a couple of chairs and a table so that if I want to interview somebody physically, there'll be something there to do that. I'll get the LED lights up and around. I got to go to Canadian Tire for that. For my American friends, Canadian Tire. I don't know if you haven't heard of Canadian Tire. It is, how should I put it? It's kind of like Home Depot meets the Walmart hardware department, if you will, but has a whole separate sections for cars. I think that's how it started. It's been around for like 50, 60 years, Canadian Tire. I think it started with 4 car parts and a place to get your car repairs done and buy things for your car. Now that's all one section. Now you can get sporting goods, you can get camping goods, you can get little stuff for around the house if you need You can get shelving units, and you can get all your little doodads and bits and parts and things for plumbing and your sinks, and now they sell TVs and all that sort of stuff. And they're usually big, really big places, and that's Canadian Tire. And I'm gonna go and get LED lights there probably. If I don't order them on Amazon, I'll get them at Canadian Tire. This is, it says I've got 2 viewers, and I've got this one set up here on my iPad, and I don't know who my other viewer is, but apparently I've got somebody else watching. Hello, whoever you are, if there's somebody watching, I appreciate it. I'm just kind of yakking here because I'm wide awake, and it's 1:30 a.m. We're coming up to it, and I was planning on doing some drawing. I'm still planning to do some. I just want to kind of open up some files. And I want to talk a bit about what I've got going on. What's that? Because when the studio is set up upstairs, the very first thing I'm going to jump on is also getting it decorated for Halloween. And then on Monday, October 31st, we'll be doing the big Halloween live stream, and it's going to be at least 6 hours. I plan on starting it about after supper, probably about, I'll have an early supper that night, and I'll probably start about 6 p.m. And I'm just going to go all night right through. Last year, I tried to set up front of the building to try and do some trick-or-treating, try to get some people in the building interested in doing something, and they kind of weren't into it, which is fine, I guess. I wasn't sure if I really wanted to do it again this year. And I thought, I've been starting to do a lot of live streams, and they've been a lot of fun. And I thought, geez, I've got like some stuff there to do makeup and maybe some costuming. And I thought it'd be a lot of fun just to come on and do a little bit of some Halloween drawing, get some people in and out of here for doing join in the live stream. And maybe if they want to, do a makeup tutorial or something, I don't care. Come in and join me on the live stream, and we'll just kind of have some fun that night and eat junk food. And I'd play some music, but YouTube is not big on that, so I won't be able to play any music, which is too bad. Yeah, that kind of sucks. I won't be able to do music unless there's some sort of just spooky, jazzy music that YouTube has in their collection. I can maybe play in the background, but that's going to be about it. That's pretty shame. I was really love to get some like classic Halloween music going, Monster Mash or something. All right, what have I got here that I can start working on? I do have. I'm finished with the Godzilla versus the Tin Coyote. That's gonna. I do need to do a little bit of work with that, but I'm not sure exactly what to do with it. I have a bit of an issue with the composition in it, and I just need to fix something in the background. That's something I need to kind of sit and think about. Today, I just want to open something just to draw. I have a friend of mine that might be calling. If I do, I might stop the stream and then restart it. If he calls in, he might be calling in about half an hour. We'll see. But let me just check some of my stuff here, because I do have something I can something I'm working on, and I don't want to reveal the whole thing, but I can kind of reveal a portion of it while I work on it, because I have to work on a piece separately and then drop it in, if that makes any sense. So I could still do that. Maybe. All right, let's open this in Clip Studio. I'm going to open something in Clip Studio. I'm not going to open it on the screen just yet. I'll do the screen share in just a few minutes once I kind of figure out what's going on here. So I need the size for that. I need to get the size of something here. Maybe if I can do a screen cap and sort of break that off, I can blow it up. All right. Might be able to do this here. But I'll be jumping forward, back and forth between my reference material. I'm disappointed nobody else is on here. I was hoping somebody would come in and chat. And because apparently there's at least one viewer, but I'm not. I don't know who it is. It might be just, I don't know, it might not be anyone. It might be just because I have this open on my iPad. If you do come in, you might be, if you come in and say something, I may not see it immediately right away. And if you do come in, you probably won't hear me say that anyways. So, c'est la vie. I need to open up some reference material. Sitting here staring at me, just eating jelly beans. Sorry. I'm opening up some reference, and you're all still in Clip Studio files. And I need just one of the cat here. Doing an image of a cat, and he's going to be kind of cornered. Cornered by two dogs. And the scene will look much like, if you're familiar with Lady and the Tramp, the famous scene where the two dogs are chasing Lady and then a tramp jumps down. All you see is a silhouette of these other dogs, but you don't really see what they look like. But you see Tramp standing in the middle and full bright light, and the two dogs are silhouetted at the side. And I need something like that. Something like that image. Probably pretty close. That's something else for poster sizes, and the cat design I have. They're all in Clip Studio formats. I just want a JPEG, so I have it as a reference. Might have to do a little screen cap here. So let's do this, because that looks like them. And he's based a little loosely on that, but cleaner with a change of color. All right, let's do it this way. You can do a quick look. Oh, hold on. Quick look, still the same. All right. You can do a quick look and then do a screen cap of that by using Shift Command 4, and you can square off an area. Rather than capture the whole screen, you then drag your mouse and you can block off an area and take a picture, a screenshot of that. And I'm doing that of a Clip Studio file, so I don't have to open Clip Studio. I right click, select quick look. It opens it just so you have it blows up your thumbnail so you can see what it is you're looking at without actually opening it. And then I just do a screen cap of it. And that way I can do it. And then I can can save that. So that'll be a reference. You'll see what the cat looks like, but I won't have to open the whole thing. All right. So let's go back to Clip Studio. I'm going to close you. File and open, and I'll be, oh, geez. Oh, it's on the desktop, isn't it? Yeah, open. I don't know how big that has to be. I'll make it extra big. I don't have to worry about it. Eight by 10, 350. We'll go with that. All right. All right. Let's go to my screen view because this has been going on long enough. And I'll be able to see over right here. I think I should be able to. Let's have another jelly bean. Yeah, I can see now it's doing it. There's still a good 20-second delay. So I need to take you. Command A to highlight it. Command C to copy. Did I actually close that? I'll have to do a new one. I am so dumb. Wow, that's really small. Okay. Transform, scale. Hold the shift, it keeps that consistent. You can see that looks really horrible, but that's what I'm going to be working with. Let's move it up a bit more. This is just simply to get the base size. I don't even need to keep this. I just need this size of this block outline. Oh, Jesus Christ. I should have hit cancel. Sorry, excuse my language. I get frustrated with things sometimes. Try that again. I don't want to take it right to the edge. I don't have the center lines on this. You usually get like I have it set up in Photoshop. You get the little pink lines that will kind of snap to center it. And it is not snapping nor centering. I thought I had that turned on this, but it is not. So let's put you underneath. All right. If you use Clip Studio, do you have a better arrangement than this? Like I see people who have these like really wild setups for Photoshop and Clip Studio because you can arrange all this, but I'm just comfortable using it this way. But I've been told no, there's better ways to set up your screen to work with it, and hello, Wang Ponemater. Hi. I'm just sitting here tonight because I'm wide awake and I'm just working on a part of a project here. So but welcome anyways. It might not be terribly exciting, but I'm just working because I was actually hoping some other people might hop in, but I guess it's a little bit late. I have some friends on the West Coast that I thought might have been here, but I guess it's still even too late. So, yeah, it is what it is, I suppose. Line selection. How big is that going to be? It was actually supposed to be a fat cat, not a raccoon, but it's just because it's so the lines are so dark. That rough sketch is just so messy that it does look like a raccoon, doesn't it? It's supposed to be a cat. Now you were supposed to, okay, hold on. Outline selections. I want black, right? And I don't know why that's not. Let's go the larger size. So I'm going to outline selection. And suppose I put a 1 in front of that. Okay, so now we're starting to get a little bit more. I want to make that a bit bigger. Let's go with a 2. Try that again. Outline selection. It was just way too small. The problem was, let's go with 2. Have it draw on the outside. That's fine. Yeah, we'll leave it to draw on the outside. Okay, that's good. That's going to be my working space. And I'm going to be flipping back and forth between my my reference drawings. Oops, that's not what I want, because I can put 1 up here. I can put 1 up in this corner that's up here. I can put a reference space, a reference drawing there, but I can only put 1. And I wish I could sort of put multiple drawings in that space, but it's not arranged for that yet. I guess I could put 1 behind, and can I open up the space? I could sort of squeeze 1 in behind in here. I could do that and then put another 1 in here. So this is one that I really didn't want to be seen, but whatever. Let's do this. All right. Oops, wrong way. He's enough. Oh. There we go. So I got 1 reference drawing kind of in there. I can kind of look at. That's the first one I did. It's going to be part of the poster. Was this fat, lazy, goofy cat. But in this particular scene, as part of the poster, he is going to be in danger. And the poster will have these little tiny scenes. One of them's adventure and one of them's singing. It's in short, it's going to be sort of a fake poster. It'll be like a fake movie poster for a movie that does not exist, but looks like something that could exist. And I'm doing it in the style of posters that were done for animated films around the 1960s. And I've talked about this before. If you look at a couple of the posters, if you notice something particular about the posters that were done at that time, they all follow a very similar format. If you look at the placement of the main characters, where the title is, where there's a tagline, particularly 2 of them in particular, Hey There, It's Yogi Bear, which came out in the 60s, and A Man Called Flintstones. I swear those 2 posters were done by the same artist, because they're laid out almost exactly the same. Because you've got the main character on the right, just slightly right of center, and then on the left are 3 little images that depict something in the movie. And then the title of the movie was actually across the bottom, and then at the top was a tagline. And I ordered one of the posters for A Man Called Flintstone. It's a copy print, but I ordered it just because I really like it. It might not be a great film. I think today may not hold up for a lot of people, but I actually really liked it, and I really liked the layout of that poster. So I'm following the same format. and this will have three little scenes down the side, and that's what I'm kind of working on here. And I'm kind of using this as sort of a reference. It'll have a very similar look to this. And I think I'm going to clear the background rough image. I'm going to start Scratch. All right. Just going to call that rough drawing. You know, I've been drawing for most of my life, and I will tell you that my roughs have always been really rough, like to the point that I think I'm the only person that can actually make out what is going on in it. Most people can't. When I go into ink, then I can clarify what's what, and I clear it up and I ink it, but I know what I'm inking and I know what I'm looking at. But man, my roughs are just, I've been trying to kind of control it. I gotta tip this down a bit more. My tablet is up really high and I don't want to work quite so horizontally. So Wong Ponomator is a cat in a box. That's cute. Thanks for sitting in, by the way. I appreciate it. I'm just kind of hanging out tonight, just drawing, and I just kind of wanted to. As I said, I was kind of hoping that maybe some other friends of mine might have joined me in here tonight, but I guess everybody went to bed. I'm working on something. I don't know how exciting I'll be. A friend of mine is supposed to be phoning me about 2:00, and I think when he calls, I may kind of turn this off for a little bit. I'll stop the stream for about. I'll stop it for about. While we're having a conversation, and I don't know. I might. I may or may not come back on. I don't know, but. If you don't see me within 20 minutes, I will probably not end up coming back on. But when it does, I'll probably just, you'll hear it. The phone's like right next to the mic, so you'll probably hear. So Wong Ponomator, are you an artist? From that name, I'm gathering you might do animation. I used to do animation years ago. Interesting. Do you do your own stuff, or do you work in the industry? I used to. I'm from near the Toronto area, and oh, very interesting. All right. I live near Toronto, and many years ago, I used to work at Nelvana. I used to do layout. I never really actually animated. Animation got way too monotonous, but I really enjoyed layout, and I haven't done it in a long time because the studio's closed and the industry changed. Or for storyboard for TV series. Wow, that's great. I wanted to do storyboarding, and I could never get into that department. And that's okay. I can understand exactly what you're saying. Um, a lot of the animation from Toronto ended up moving to South Korea and different areas overseas. So the studio I worked at eventually closed. Um, but yeah, it closed, and it also was changing to computers. Everything was changing so quickly. I worked at Nelvana back in oh my god, it was the very early '90s. I went to Sheridan College in Oakville, which was school that taught animation here in Canada, and I went there for 4 years actually. Um, and I really enjoyed the program. It was hard work, but I enjoyed it. And then I kind of got into the industry for a little while, and but I've I was barely in it that long, and I was obsolete before I could get very far in it. Unfortunately, it just everything just changed so quickly, and I had to pay rent, and I had to. Next thing I knew, I was flipping burgers. But I kept drawing. I did caricatures for a number of years. I worked at like theme parks and I did caricatures. So I still kept doing things. I never kind of completely stopped drawing. I took a lot of terrible jobs for many years that I shouldn't have, and I did security for a while just because I needed some money, and I ended up doing it for way too long, and I shouldn't have. But you have to kind of life happens, and you have to pay rent, and you're in really terrible positions, and your life's just kind of next your life's gone, and you realize, wait a minute, I gotta start. I need to start doing something now. So even now, I work part time at the YMCA, but I only do part time. I was doing a thrift store for a while, and it was just sort of to make a bit of money on the side. But it really is, yeah, it really is. I think if you love drawing, you should really start to keep at it if you can. I don't think I'll ever go back into a studio again. It's changed too much. Some people have said, do you want to get back into a studio? And I said no. And I even tried to apply for somebody that was trying to start back up an animated series, and he got a Kickstarter going. And I tried to apply, and I sent it a portfolio. Never heard anything back. Apparently, they're still trying to get it into production, but I thought there's no studios anymore like there used to be, and it's all changed. And I actually don't even know if I would even be able to do it now. It's I don't know if I'd actually be good enough to work in a studio anymore. I don't draw as good as I used to. see if I can. Oh, that was a little harder than I wanted to. Can I ask what television series you work on? I'd be kind of curious to know what if it's any North American shows that you're doing work for, because I know a lot of our stuff is sent overseas. So I wondered if maybe it's if it's all oh, it's just green TV shows. Okay, just wondering. Whoop, I don't know what that is. Well, at least you're in the industry working in it. That's cool. You're kind of doing something. Zelligo, it's called. Maybe I'll look for it. Here in Canada, I have a roommate that rents the room upstairs, and he has Crunchyroll, which is sort of like Netflix, but just all completely. It's mostly anime stuff, but also things from all through Asia. They play a lot of Asian television. It's all animated, and I should see if maybe if that show is on there. I'll write it down, and I'll see if we get that. He loves anime and any kind of Asian animated show. He's really interested in all that. I like the fact that it's a fence over there. I'm sort of duplicating this, but I don't want the barrels. His feet are way too long. His legs are too big. That's fine. This is just a rough idea anyways. I'm going to make the fence a little bit higher. Boy, this feels. You'd never think I did layout. That was years ago. I used to. Thank you. When I used to work at Nelvana, I worked on. Nelvana used to do a lot of like Saturday morning cartoon stuff. They were commissioned to do like years and years ago, back mostly through the 80s and 90s, until things started slowing down. And I did like kids shows. I did Rupert the Bear was one of them I worked on, and Babar the Elephant, which was from that was from Quebec. It was a French show. French Canadian show. I did some of the layouts for that. And I did a little bit of in-betweening, but I really didn't like doing in-betweening. It was so monotonous, and I just did not like in-betweening, and I wouldn't have kept it up if that's all they had to offer. But I really wanted to get into layout, wanted to do backgrounds. Didn't really want to animate. I mean, to animate, I wouldn't have been able to get into animation right away. Animation, you kind of had to. Oh, there he is. Hold on 1 second. All right, can you hold on 1 minute? I am doing a live. I'm going to pause. I'm going to come back.
I can call you later. No big deal.
Oh, because I'm. All right. It doesn't matter. I'm just going to kind of finish up here very soon anyway. So I don't know. Are you on lunch right now or?
Yeah, I go back in 15 minutes.
Oh, do you? Okay. When do you want to call me back tonight still at some point or?
Not tonight. We'll be to the mall.
Oh, okay. All right. It's not really.
Well, it doesn't matter to me. Like if you're in the middle of a thing, like you're in the middle of a thing, like.
I'm just drawing. Yeah, I guess you can. There was nothing. I slept half the day, so.
Any word from Sean?
Oh, things are still progressing. Yeah, we talked a little bit. He's getting stuff ready to move. He was talking to the guy this afternoon, so it's still a go.
Oh, so he got the place in Oakville?
Yes, yeah.
Okay. Do you know where in Oakville?
I just know it's on Spears Road. I don't have the address, but I know it's on Spears.
Oh, okay.
So I don't know where along on Spears, but yeah, so he's kind of getting some things ready. He's actually started to pack some stuff and get some things ready. So he's just deciding he might have to leave a few things, but he's just deciding what to take or what not to take.
Did you take the cat right away?
Maybe not right away. He might wait. Like he might get all his stuff over there first and get it ready and then come back and get him. So
makes sense. Yep.
Yeah.
I'll let you go back to your live stream, man.
All right. Okay. I'm not going to be up terribly late anyways. So, but yeah, that's about it for today. I don't know if there's anything else really any news of year end or just.
Not much going on here.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I'll be,
All right. I'll talk to you later, right?
Okay. All right. Have a good night then. Take care. Bye for now. That was my friend Steve. I've known Steve for 40 years. We kind of grew up together. I'm an only child, and Steve was a good friend. He's probably the closest thing I've had to a brother. So he still calls and checks up on me, and we check in on each other. And he lives a couple hours away. He lives a couple of 2-hour drive away, but he works for a bus. He just works for a bus company, and he cleans the buses overnight. But yeah, we met in grade school. Like I'm 52, coming up 53, and he's 51, I think. So yeah, we're old farts. But yeah, we met when maybe not quite 40. Maybe it was about 38 years. It's over 35, but not quite 40. So between 35 and 40 years, we've known each other. So, but yeah, we still kind of check in on each other and. But yeah, he works overnight cleaning buses, and he makes really good money though at it. Doesn't sound like a glamorous job, but he makes really, really good money at that. He lives in oops, what happened there? Well, it's just a pencil. Sorry about that. Yeah, he lives about not even 2 hours, about an hour and a half drives south of me. So yeah, so he calls, he checks up. He calls us late because, like I said, he works overnight and he knows I work late. I'm always up late working on stuff. My job, I clean the I work in part time cleaning the YMCA, and my job is like it's only part time, but it's 6 to midnight. By the time I get home, I'm still wide awake, and I want to work on something. I'm not ready to go to bed after busy cleaning most of the night, and so I'm up for another couple of hours, 2 to 3 more hours, just working on drawings. So my sleep pattern's all over the place. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. Well, likewise, I think we share the same passion. If you work in a studio, you're working. You got a job in it. That's awesome, though. I think that's fantastic. I want to see if I can find your show now. I want to check it out sometime. See if I can. Oops, find your TV show. Is it is it all traditional animation by hand, like or done on a tablet, or is it 3D computer animation? It's 3D, eh? Yeah, that seems to be the way things are going. I never, when I went to school, we did it all. Like I went through the '80s, and I was sort of the last generation where we did it on paper. Like we didn't like I'm using a tablet here right under camera view. I don't know if you can see here, but you can see the back of it. But I'm drawing on this drawing tablet, an XP pen, and uh, we did uh, we did it all on paper where you had a light table and you flipped it, and you'd sit, and your one hand you'd be flipping the drawings back and forth, and you'd be drawing with this hand and then flipping to see if the movement worked, and then you draw and flip. So it was oh, okay, all right, yeah, yeah, so you're drawing with this storyboards. Yep. Yeah, see, the same with me. I couldn't even get, when they switched, when it all switched to computer animation, I thought maybe I could still do layout and that kind of thing. Like I was really hoping that maybe I could still land a position in doing layout or storyboarding or something, even though it was changing to computer animation. And it got hard to get work. A lot of stuff was being sent overseas, and I was really upset. I was really angry actually that I could even somewhere in the story department. I thought maybe I could get in, but um, it just, but yeah, and it was too bad and we didn't expect it to move so quickly. Like I remember when I went to Sheridan, and we talked about how computer animation was going to become a thing, and we all knew it would, and we figured, oh, if we can get into a studio, they'll probably maybe train us, and we'll start to learn some of that. But we didn't think, there'll always be 2D animation, there'll always be, and there was, but we didn't expect like Toy Story came out, then everybody wanted something that looked like Toy Story. And next thing you knew, it's like I remember going in, and they're like, I didn't even know what a mouse was. Nobody owned a computer. Like they didn't have home computers like they do now, we don't even have computers anymore. Everybody's on a tablet or their phone, but it just didn't. Yeah, like we didn't have that, and I didn't have that skill. I didn't learn that. I did it all with paper, right on a light table, and it kind of killed me. Oh, thank you for the subscription. Do you have stuff on your channel? Like, do you put up videos or? Because if you do, I'll subscribe back. Or even if you don't, I can still subscribe back if you want. If also, if you have Instagram, I like to called conversation for making animation. Oh, okay. Well, I'll definitely, when I can break away here, I'll definitely I'll subscribe back for sure. Absolutely. Instagram, awesome. I have an Instagram. I have a TikTok. Don't go on the TikTok. My TikTok is ridiculous. It's barely to do with my drawing stuff. But I have Instagram. It's Phil Chandler Arts. I think the link is there in my YouTube page somewhere in the bio. I like you posting my stuff on Instagram. I haven't in a little while. I'm a little behind on it. I haven't been as regular lately, but I do really like posting my work on there. So yeah, if you want to add me on Instagram as well, that'd be fantastic, and we'll keep in touch. I want to hear more about what you do at the studio. He's supposed to be really fat, this cat. Look right. What am I doing? Again, I apologize. If I see your messages a bit late, because I'm looking at them on the YouTube broadcast on my iPad, and so I'm seeing the text come through about 20 seconds late. So when you post something, I'm seeing it about 20 to 30 seconds after. But I try to watch and keep on when something's coming up. I think I'm going to be probably crashing pretty soon. It's getting late. It's actually it's 2:15 a.m. here in Canada. Oh, okay. Thank you. All righty. Oh, do you? All right. All right. Well, have yourself a great day. I'm excited for you. You're going to have a meeting too. That's awesome. I do lives lots. I do lives with some other friends. And if you ever want to, if you have the stuff to join in, you're welcome to. But have yourself a great day. I'm jealous. Well, I hope we'll see you again. Take care. That is awesome that he's actually working animation in a studio. It's nice to know there's studios still doing that like that. Well, I mean, they still are, obviously. They're still producing stuff, but yeah, that is really awesome. I think I'm going to call it, I think, pretty soon here. I think I just call it a night. I want to go check his message, and I want to subscribe back to Mr. Ponemater here. I think it would be really cool to do that. Maybe he can get me a job at a studio. I think I'd have a little language barrier problem, unfortunately. I want to look for this show. He said the name of the show here. So let me scroll back. I want to write it down. Zeligo. I'm just going to write that down. I don't know how that translates correctly or not. We'll find out. I'll find it. Zeligo or Zeligo? I'm not sure how it's pronounced. We're going to find out. If you, he's probably gone now, but if you do ever come back to the channel again, I do lives with some other friends. I've kind of hooked up with sort of a bit of an art community. We all do different stuff. I don't know if there's any of the others do animation, but we are all definitely in the arts, and we have quite a community that we've kind of put together. I do a main live stream, a little more formal one, every third Wednesday with a friend of mine from California, Enrique, and his channel is Easy Things to Draw 101. And his stuff is more aimed at kids. His YouTube channel has his drawing style is more aimed at kids, but if you ever see his stuff on Instagram, he does some actually really amazing work. He does some really great stuff. I really like his work actually a lot. He draws a lot of dinosaurs and monsters and things like that, which I like. And but there's Chris Runciman, a bunch of comic book artists as well. I seem to have connected with a lot of people in the comic book industry, but you know, it's we all kind of share our work and share stuff that we're working on and things that we do, and we had quite a community. So I hope you can come back more often and be part of it. You're welcome if you can. If you got a camera and a mic, you're welcome to jump on and yeah, it'd be great to talk with you a little bit more about what you do. I don't know. I'm so excited to actually find somebody who's actually working in animation. I think that's great. So anyways, there's just some shadow. Look like there's light. That's kind of, his legs are too long. I don't like his legs that long. I wanted them kind of short cat legs, and they're a little too longish. Oops. Well, the light is coming that way. I'm being too fussy about it. I'll be fussy about the finished drawing. I won't be that fussy about this. I think I'm going to call it, though. I think I am going to call it quits for the night. I don't know if anyone else has been listening in, but you have. I really appreciate it a lot that you have been. It does say I still have 3 viewers. I'm just going to fix this little bit in here, and then I'm going to call it. Because it is, I should be trying to get some sleep, I guess, even though it's What is that? Something just came up here. I don't know what that is. Oh, this came over. Okay, never mind. It's all good. Scared there for a second. All right. Okay, I think that's going to be it for tonight. I still want those dogs to be a little bit darker. If I did like half to, no, that's not what I wanted. That's so weird. I figured that would be. Yeah, maybe I can do that. 1 second before I go to bed. Let's try this. Silly tone things. I don't know. I want some definition coming through. I don't think I'm going to do that. Whoops. I don't know. Maybe that one. There, at least I have the rough dynamics of this scene, and then later I'll probably do a more full ink job of this. So I kind of wanted those dogs a little more closed in. I may this is all on one layer. It's just a rough. I kind of wanted them a little bit. Whoops, that should be a sharper eraser. I wanted them a little bit more. You see how up in here, there's not much space between him and those two dogs. Here I've got a lot of space. So yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not sure how I want to what I want to do with that. But I'm going to call it. I'm going to call it a night. All right. So there it is. Let's save this file. Save as BGC. It's related to what I'm doing. PGC. F1. All right. Let's save it to the desktop for now. And that's going to be it for me tonight, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and people of all genders. I am grateful if you were here tonight. Thank you once again to Ponamator. I can't wait to talk more with you. And I've got to stop fiddling with this or I'll be here all night. I suppose I should attempt to get some sleep. All right. All right, folks. Hit save again. We got the updates, and I'll work on it more tomorrow. All right. Thanks again, everyone, and we'll talk again soon. Good night.